Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Legend, and I'm back with another video. You already know what this is just by looking at the thumbnail. What if Naruto grew up Merciless Part 2 Remake? Now, obviously, I wrote this entire series, and if you guys are coming into this one, Part 2, and you haven't seen Part 1, click off this video, go watch Part 1, and then come back to this one. I'm telling you, you are missing out. I'm telling you, you are selling if you're just gonna skip Part 1 and just watch Part 2. But anyway, without further ado, let's just get into this intro so we can start this what if. It is currently the next day. Naruto was in his room and he was reading volume 1 of the Icha Icha book. He started reading it the previous night and he was already 3/4 of the way done with it. It was very interesting to say the least, but he didn't know why people would do the things that were shown in the books. Anko appeared in the doorway as Naruto looked up, trying to deal with the foulness of her presence. Danzo wants to see you and his trainees in his office. Naruto nodded as he set the book down. As he walked by Anko, she wrapped her arms around his neck and started to whisper in his ear, "If you need to practice anything in that book, you know exactly where I'll be." She then started to lick his ear as a shiver went down his spine. Naruto spun around and grabbed Anko by the throat and pushed her into the wall. "I'd rather you not make me uncomfortable while I stay here, Anko. It could affect my shinobi career." Naruto turned and walked out of the house and toward the Hokage Tower. Upon arrival, he came into the office and seen Sai, Sasuke, Moegi, Hanabi, and Neji. "Now that you all are here, I'd like to get started. First, I want to give credit to two who have advanced the furthest and even completed my entire training routine. Naruto and Sasuke, please step forward." The two stepped forward as Danzo picked up a branding spear with the kanji for finest on it. "Where do you want it, Sasuke?" He held out his left arm as Danzo branded the insignia onto his forearm as Sasuke winced in pain. Naruto then pulled off his shirt as Hanabi blushed, along with Moegi. "Right side of my chest." Danzo branded the mark onto Naruto as it started to sting and it began to instantly heal. "Now, Sai, you have also come a long way. You no longer need to be under your sensei. We trained you well. You're now skilled enough to become a Jonin mentor. The funds for your mission will be transferred to your account within the day." Sai nodded. He turned to walk out of the office. With Sai's promotion from Special Jonin to Jonin Mentor, that puts him at around 8th best Jonin in the village. Meanwhile, a figure was running to Konoha with a purpose. He was tall with white hair along with a scroll on his back. "This is bad. They choose now of all times to make a move? The kid isn't even fully trained. He's only been through half of the training I wanted him to go through. But at least he's got some training rather than none." Jiraiya shot through the gates like a bullet as he quickly made his way toward the Hokage Tower as he burst through the door. "Danzo-sama, I have an urgent news for you." Now, Naruto was the only one left in the office, so Danzo just dismissed him. "Jiraiya, I don't see Tsunade with you. Whatever it is, it better be important enough to make you abandon a mission." "Danzo, it's the Akatsuki. They're finally starting to make a move." The room went quiet as Danzo clenched his fist. "Shit! Naruto only did half of the training. He still has to do your half. But he is strong. But I don't think he's ready to take on S-rank missing nins alone. Jiraiya, we need to speed this up. Naruto knows of you, but he doesn't know that you will be training him. Take him and Anko on the mission to find Tsunade. You may be able to train him a little bit on the mission." Jiraiya nodded as he walked out of the office and quickly caught up to Naruto. He caught up to Naruto right as he got to his shared residence. Hey Naruto, you and your sexy mistress have a mission with me. Naruto looked at Jiraiya. My apologies, you must be Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin. It's my pleasure to meet you personally. Jiraiya smirked as he leaned off of the wall. Glad you know of me, considering that I'm going to start training you for an upcoming threat. Go and pack for a week. You, me and Anko are going on a mission to find my old teammate Tsunade. Naruto nodded as he walked inside and started to pack along with Anko. Minutes later, the two of them came out from the house. Naruto had a blue book in his hand and was standing a distance away from Anko. Jiraiya saw what Naruto was reading as he got a big grin on his face. So you enjoy my books, huh, kid? Naruto didn't even acknowledge him as he continued to read as they all left to go on to the mission. While the two of them went on, Jiraiya noticed that Naruto had made a clone as the clone was reading his book. He grinned as he walked over to Naruto. So, you're enjoying the new series that I wrote, huh, kid? Naruto looked up and said, It's interesting, but I don't know why people would do such acts. Why would a woman want a man's genitals inside of them? And how is that even something that people would even think about? I know that we are ninja, but won't something like that hurt? Jiraiya looked at Naruto, then at Anko, then back to Naruto while Anko simply licked her lips. How the hell does he not know this? After reading all those books, you would think he had some kind of idea, some kind of experience, but he's a damn virgin. But still, that just makes it better. I can't wait to see how exhausted he'll look when I break him with my body. If I break him, Anko thought. Hey kid, you're joking, right? Naruto looked at Jiraiya. Do I look like I play jokes? The three of them continued to walk as Naruto's clone poofed away, finishing the rest of the book. And they all then stopped as they got some rooms at an inn, as Naruto and Jiraiya got a room and Anko got her own room. Aww, I was hoping I'd be able to share a room with my little prodigy, Anko said. Naruto looked at her. I wouldn't want to be in the same room as you. Your smell is intoxicating. Anko smiled as she walked up to Naruto, as she seductively placed a hand on his chin. Aw, I didn't know you felt that way for me. Jiraiya put out his notebook and started to write furiously in it with a perverted giggle. Naruto pushed her away. It wasn't a compliment. Your smell reminds me of Orochimaru. Anko flinched at his words, as she instinctively grabbed at her neck and rubbed it while Jiraiya shook his head and erased everything that he had written down. Jiraiya then spoke. Kid, once you finish getting settled in the room, meet me here. I'm gonna start your training today. Time skip. Naruto was in a brothel with Jiraiya, as he was watching Jiraiya tell a story to at least 5 women that surrounded him. Ah, Naruto, come here, and introduce yourself to these fine women. Naruto came over as he introduced himself, and each and every one of the girls looked at him like a piece of meat they wanted to have all for themselves. Jiraiya got up and left, leaving Naruto alone with the woman. They all crowded around him as Naruto felt really out of place here. Not to mention that the place smelled of cigarette sweat and what Jiraiya's books described as climax. So Naruto-kun, would you be so kind to tell us about yourself? Naruto looked at the girls that surrounded him. Sure, I guess. I have nothing of importance to do at the moment. What do you want to know? Aya, a girl with brown hair, spoke first. From your headband, you must be from the Leaf Village. I bet you have many women chasing after you. Tell me, how exactly is a wonderful man like you treated there? Naruto was quiet before he spoke. Now they treat me as if I'm on the council or something, but before I was treated like livestock and trained to be a killing machine, a tool. The villagers would always call me demon, monster, a parasite, saying something like me didn't deserve human pleasures. But then I was taken in by someone and he trained me, and because of him and the Hokage, I turned out the way I am now. What else would you like to know? All the girls said nothing as they looked at him with tears in their eyes. Before anyone could say anything, they felt a lot of killing intent, but to Naruto it was normal. "What is it, Anko?" Anko said nothing as she grabbed Naruto by the wrist and pulled him out of the place as she glared back at all the females that were about to take advantage of him in a few seconds. Once they were out of said place, Naruto pulled away from her. "What the hell do you think you're doing? You just interfered with my training." Anko glared at him. "What the hell do you mean, training? You were in a brothel, a damn whorehouse. What kind of training were you trying to do?" Jiraiya said this is the first part of my training. Then he just left me there. "I don't know what you're mad about, snake bitch, but if you interfere with something as important as this again, I won't hesitate to kill you." Anko said nothing as her face started to turn red and she clenched her fist. Tears started to well up in her eyes as she took a deep breath and spoke through gritted teeth. "Don't ever call me that again. I may act playful and uncaring around you, but put the word snake before anything you call me again, and I won't be able to guarantee your well-being." Naruto looked at Anko before he sighed. "Look, maybe I was a bit out of line there on what I said. It was uncalled for. My apologies." Anko said nothing as she just turned and walked away, going back to the inn. Jiraiya then jumped down as he looked at Naruto. "Well, kid, you're a chick magnet, but you don't even know it yet. Here, hold this. I'm going to teach you a jutsu that you'll need to know." Jiraiya tossed Naruto a water balloon as he caught it. "What the hell am I going to learn with a damn balloon?" Jiraiya held out his hand and formed a Rasengan. Time skip. Naruto, Anko, and Jiraiya were sitting at a booth with Tsunade and Shizune. "I refuse. I won't go back to that damn village. Not with Danzo in charge. I don't care about Sarutobi's will to make me the 5th Hokage either. Danzo can keep the damn spot." Naruto laughed. "Jiraiya, you're wasting your time. She won't come back without force, and I know you won't force her." The blonde boy is right. Besides, Hokage is a fool's job. I'm not willing to die for the village like a fool. I'd rather not end up like Sarutobi. How foolish he was. In her drunken haze, Tsunade barely felt herself get slammed through the wall. She didn't even know she went through the wall until she was outside picking herself up. Jiraiya's eyes went wide, while Anko and Shizune just stood there in shock as Naruto walked through the hole in the wall. "You damn brat, how dare you touch me like that? I'll make sure you're just a smudge on the floor when I'm done with you." Jiraiya stepped between the both of them. Look, I know me trying to stop the two of you is pointless, but don't fight here. You'll cause damage that you can't afford. Take this someplace else, someplace more open." Tsunade glared at Naruto as his eyes turned slitted and red. "What the hell happened to my wall?" With that, everyone vanished in the sunshine as they appeared in a field a distance away. "Tsunade-sama, I don't think it's a good idea to do this. You might hurt him too bad," said Shizune. Naruto stepped forward as Jiraiya spoke. "Don't go too far, kid. You know we need her alive." In a blind rage, Tsunade ran at Naruto as she went to remove his head with one punch, but Naruto ducked as he slit her Achilles tendon with a kunai as she dropped to the ground in extreme pain as she began to heal the wound. "You like to gamble, right, Tsunade? Well, if I beat you, you will return to the village. If you win, then you won't see us again, and I'll give you all the money I have." Tsunade pushed her fear of blood away as she continued to heal herself and then stood and said, "Fine." But she was at a disadvantage. She was drunk and already lost a lot of blood, so she was seeing 4 Narutos at the moment. Tsunade blinked and Naruto was gone. She looked around but couldn't find him. She then felt a breeze on her ear that made her shiver. "You're lucky we need you alive. It would be so easy to kill you right now. Tsunade turned and swung a punch, but it only phased through him, surprising her. She stumbled back as a fist planted into her stomach. If you don't give up, I'll be forced to use lethal force. Tsunade glared at Naruto before she collapsed to her knees and held her body in pain. Hey Naruto, what did you do to her? Asked Jiraiya. When I cut her Achilles tendon, I channeled the Kyuubi's chakra through the kunai. So right now, it's acting like a poison to her chakra coils. Naruto walked up to Tsunade and placed a hand on her, drawing out the poisonous chakra. Now, I beat you, so you will be coming back to the village. Shizune looked at Naruto in amazement. She has never seen anyone beat her mentor that easy, and he didn't even break a sweat. But then again, she was drunk, so her coordination was off by a lot. The next day, Naruto was in the same place with Jiraiya, with women surrounding the both of them. Jiraiya had his arm around one, with his hand groping the chest of another. Naruto felt uncomfortable in this situation. He had women surrounding him and touching him in ways that he saw in said books. One of them even went as far to shove their hand into his pants, but right when it happened, both Anko and Tsunade came into the place as Tsunade pulled both of them out by their ears. Naruto was pissed. Yet again, his training was interrupted by something non-important. As they were dragged out of the place, Anko glared back at all the women. She didn't know why, but she felt jealous whenever Naruto was surrounded by beautiful women. She always put herself out there to tease and entice men, but it wasn't the case with Naruto. None of her advances worked on him. Part of the reason being, he didn't even know what was happening. He's never experienced a woman, and the way things were going, he would never experience one. Every time he was around women, he didn't know they always made him uncomfortable. 2 days later, they were all back in the village. Naruto walked through the streets of Konoha as Kiba walked past him. Freak piece of shit. And Naruto stopped as he slowly turned around. What did you just say to me? Kiba turned. I don't think I stuttered, asshole. Naruto shook his head as he began to walk away. Kiba became furious as he started to curse at Naruto. Don't turn your back on me, you unlovable weak freak. Kiba then shuddered as he felt a hand on his shoulder. Naruto was now in front of him, with his mouth next to his ear. You call me weak, but you can't even keep up with my slowest speed. Now if you disrespect me again, for no reason, I'll burn your chakra coils to ash. With that, Naruto walked away, leaving a shaking Kiba in the middle of the walkway as he made his way to an isolated training ground at the outskirts of the village. Upon arrival, Sasuke was already there. Meanwhile, Danzo called Tsunade into the office as she stood in front of him. Tsunade was now the head medic at the Konoha hospital because of her knowledge in the medical ninjutsu field. Tsunade, do you know why you are here? Tsunade said no as Danzo stood and looked out of the window. Tsunade, currently I am 73 years of age, so me being Hokage for an extensive period of time is not wise. I want you to train your apprentice Tsunade to the best of your ability, because when I step down, you will step up. Hiruzen wanted you to take his place, but you were nowhere to be found. But you will take mine when the time comes. Tsunade nodded as Danzo dismissed her and went to his crystal ball. Meanwhile, Naruto had 5 tails swishing behind him, but he was unresponsive as Sasuke stared him down with his Mangekyo Sharingan. Sasuke was sweating. He was trying to help Naruto control his Biju, but focusing on your outside surroundings and keeping things secure inside Naruto's mind was hard. 2 things at once. Inside Naruto's mind, there was a small burst of chakra, but Sasuke did his best to keep that burst from reaching Naruto all at once. Naruto then opened his eyes in the mindscape to show red-slitted eyes. They soon turned purple as Sasuke smirked and exited the mindscape. Naruto now had partial control over 5 tails of chakra. Time skip 3 weeks later. Naruto, Sasuke, and Hanabi stood over 2 Kumo shinobi. Naruto caught them trying to take both Sasuke and Hanabi. Flashback. Sasuke just finished a mission before the upcoming Chunin exams when he saw a guy with dark skin and white hair sneaking up on Hanabi. Sasuke ran over with incredible speed but quickly jumped away as a bolt of lightning nearly singed him to a crisp. This caused Hanabi to turn as a man towered over her. She was grabbed by her throat and slammed into the ground while Sasuke avoided strikes from another. Sasuke pulled his sword and did an upward slash as the attacker jumped away as their vest and mask fell, showing a woman. Whoa, with this amount of skill, this is just amazing. I need to be the first to claim you in bed, but let's see the full extent of your skill. Sasuke said nothing as he activated his Sharingan. The next attack will kill you. This is your warning. Meanwhile, Hanabi was turning blue from the lack of oxygen when she felt the grip on her neck loosen and slip. She then felt some liquid fall onto her face. The man then collapsed on top of her as she pushed him off to see Naruto flash the blood off of his blade. Weak scum. Are they trying to start a war? Do they know who our Hokage is? Naruto then looked over as he saw Sasuke tear right through the girl's chest with the Chidori. In the flashback, Naruto then started to walk as Hanabi, where he was going, asked where he was going and said he was going to tell Danzo. The next day, the Raikage arrived into Konoha and was now sitting in front of Danzo. Danzo had Naruto and Anko flanking him as he spoke. Raikage, you know I'm not one for war, but when it comes to this village, I'll do anything to protect it. So I ask, what are your intentions? The Raikage said that he was only here to observe the Chunin exams since he had so much confidence in his genin. Danzo looked at him seriously before he whispered to Naruto. Naruto nodded as he pulled out a scroll and unsealed it as both bodies came out of said scroll. The Raikage went wide-eyed. What is the meaning of this? You killed my shinobi. They were the Jonin senseis. I'm sure you know, Raikage. Your men tried to take 2 of my shinobi from my village, the Uchiha and the Hyuga. Does this sound familiar? The Raikage grit his teeth. No, it doesn't. To me, it just looks like you killed 2 of my shinobi without reason. Danzo chuckled. Like father, like son. The Raikage narrowed his eyes. What's that supposed to mean? Danzo was no longer laughing. He now had a stern gaze fixed on his face. I should have you know, you would deny it, just like your father did the first Hyuga incident. And because of him, one of our shinobi was killed for his faults. The Raikage glared at Danzo. These 2 had families back home, and yet your shinobi take their life for no reason. Their families will want the heads up. That will not happen. I may want to avoid a war, but I won't sacrifice my shinobi for a fault that is yours. The Raikage was now furious. Kumo has more shinobi than Konoha. Can you really afford a war, Hokage? Danzo leaned forward. You must have forgotten, Raikage. Yes, Kumo shinobi outnumber us 6-1, but what we lack in quantity, we make up for in quality. A was now furious. He raised his hand and was about to split Danzo's desk, but Naruto appeared behind him with the blade to his neck. I'd lower your hand if I were you. Remove this blade from my neck, boy. A then grabbed Naruto by the arm and threw him into Anko in one swift motion as the 2 of them flew through the wall and landed outside. Naruto-kun, are you okay? Naruto ignored the suffix that Anko used. He actually ignored her entirely, ignored the entire question as he stood up. I'm going to kill him. Go and check on Danzo, Gigi. Seconds later, more Anbu were flung out of the tower. A saw Anko come back and went after her, but a powerful gust of wind came from Danzo as it blew him out of the tower. I won't let you rampage through my shinobi. Danzo was about to go, but Anko stopped him and said Naruto had it handled. Meanwhile, Naruto blitzed Raikage while he was getting up. As he pulled his blade, the Raikage simply grabbed Naruto by the face, and to his surprise, he went off in smoke. A clone? A then spun around as a kick landed in his liver, as he was sent flying back into a building. The Raikage exploded with power of his lightning cloak that was now active, and in a blink of an eye he was in front of Naruto, but Naruto was pulled away as he ended up in a training ground. What was that for, Sasuke? Sasuke looked around, looked at Naruto with his Mangekyo Sharingan. 1. You were fighting without concern for the nearby civilians, and 2. If I didn't step in, he would have taken your head off with that last attack. A then landed in front of the two of them with a boom as Naruto's eyes became slitted but remained blue. A appeared in front of Naruto, but Naruto pulled his blade and ducked under his arm and went to stab A, but to his surprise, the blade didn't penetrate. Sasuke appeared behind A with a Chidori, only to have the same effect. The two jumped away as the lightning around A became more violent. Naruto's eyes now turned red. He was using one tail's worth of the Fox's chakra, all unfiltered, giving him more power for the minor destruction and repair of his body. Sasuke's eyes then started to bleed as he closed them and snapped them open. Amaterasu. A moved, but Naruto was there to meet him. Pointed wind. A barely avoided the attack as it cut his side. A grabbed Naruto by the throat and slammed him into the ground as Naruto felt his spine vibrate. Naruto struggled before he smirked as Sasuke came with his sword, coated with lightning as he sliced A's arm off. Naruto formed a Rasengan and slammed it into A's side as he got up. Before the two of them could do anything more, they were stopped by Danzo. Leave my village, Raikage. You're in no shape to fight. Better to live today and fight tomorrow rather than get killed by two of my shinobi that haven't officially become Jonins yet. A looked at the three of them as he then disappeared in a bolt of lightning. But guys, I'm going to end it off right there. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe while you're at it. And without further ado, I'm out and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.